Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well and I hope that you are all fighting that war against the grey. In today's video we have another Warhammer Black Library story to review for you. Today's video is sponsored by Gap Games, a fantastic miniature wargaming store in Queensland, Australia. They stock a wide variety of miniature wargames from all things Games Workshop to some of my personal favourites, Conquest of the Last Argument of Kings, and all things Modifius wargames as well. Use our affiliate code in the link below to help support both this fantastic store and the channel as well. In today's Black Library review, we will be checking out the first Warhammer the Old World story to come out since the game and setting's long anticipated return, Lords of the Lance by renowned Black Library author Graham McNeill. McNeill has written large amounts of fiction for Black Library, most notably in the Warhammer 40,000 and Horus Heresy settings, with stories such as Storm of Iron, the Priests of Mars trilogy and A Thousand Suns being some great examples of his work. He's also written some stories previously for the World of Malice, with the High Elf focused stories, Defenders of Ulthuan and Sons of Valyrian being some great examples, along with the Sigmar focused trilogy from the Time of Legends series. Our story today, though, takes us south of the borders of the Empire and even further south still into the desolate lands of the Border Princes, a pandemonium of warring and allied city-states run by both outcast and erstwhile nobles from across the old world. We pick up on a group of Bretonnians travelling out of Paravon to help a baron called Baron Lothar Aquilina track down and rescue his son, who has become lost in the harsh sand-covered lands south of the Border Princes, Khemri, the desolate lands of the Tomb Kings. Our two groups of warriors from Paravon and the Border Princes form an uneasy alliance as past disputes and enmity make the leaders of both factions unable to truly see eye to eye. Throughout the story, our brave knights and their peasant entourages must brave the harsh deserts of Khemri and the dead who sleep silently beneath the sands, all the while on the lookout for betrayal within their own ranks. The cast of characters that make up both the main protagonist and the secondary cast is wide and varied, giving us a great look into the realms of men and obviously in particular the honourable households of Bretonnia and the Border Princes. From the Knight of Quills, a warrior charged to be his lord's equerry that is desperate to prove he is more than just a quill pusher, to a brash knight errant, deaf horse tamer, grail knight, damsel of the lady, overconfident Pegasus knights, and even a strong knightly daughter of Baron Lothar, we really get a great set of fantastic stories being told, and none of the cast of characters feels like they are forgotten. Initially, I had seen some negative reviews of the story before picking it up. I was pleased to see, however, that after this and after reading, my own worries were misplaced having finished the story. Solid at the very least, the story does at times deviate from some lore established in other sources, such as knights wearing green or knights wielding bows, but I think the story does have reasoning behind this, with some things maybe just being put down to the Border Princess maybe not being as up to holding the code of the Lady in Honour as strictly as the Bretonnian soil trading cousins. I liken the story in feel to something akin to Lord of the Rings. Obviously, I'm not comparing in quality to those fantasy epics, but I feel it gives a really sort of similar feeling to Lord of the Rings that reminds me of those stories when I read it. If I were to be picking at something I disliked, it would have to be that we never really get a look at the enemy's point of view. Never getting to see behind their eyes and into their minds doesn't mean we never truly see or feel their motives, and it just makes them feel a little more like generic bad guys and nothing more. All said and done though, this was a solid step back into the old world and a great first piece to read getting back into the setting, and I look forward to reading or listening to whatever is coming out next for the setting. I think 3 out of 5 stars is fair. Had the enemies maybe shown off a bit more of their own character, I think maybe a higher rating would have been warranted. Though, if you did enjoy this story and would like to check out more stories about Warhammer the Old World, and in particular Bretonnia, I'd check out something like Knights of Bretonnia, an old Warhammer fantasy epic, or check out the Gotrek and Felix series, or the End Times series along with the Demon's Curse novel, all of which have become available in audio format recently again with the re-release of The Old World. And so that is our review of the story for you. We hope you enjoyed it. Once again, don't forget to drop a comment down below. Let us know what you enjoyed about it. Give us a like, subscribe, and turn on your bell notifications for all the good things from the channel. Stay safe everyone, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.